Alright, welcome to my meal prep video. In this video I'm going to show you how I prep my potatoes, beef, and chicken every week. Start out by preheating the oven there to 400, and then we're going to get to work prepping our potatoes. In the background here we're listening to some music that I made. I guess I'll just pop in and talk whenever I feel the need to explain something. Start off by washing your potatoes. It's better to do it with two hands. Rub off all the dirt. Then we're gonna poke them full of holes. I'm pretty sure I've been cooking this food every Sunday for about 3 years now. I've got it down to a science. I have a pretty restricted diet, so I basically eat the same thing every day. This isn't sped up, that's actually how fast I do it. And that's probably the last transition you're gonna see, because I just got tired of doing it. Putting the potatoes in the oven for, I do 45 minutes. Back in my old apartment, I had a really old oven. I had to cook them for an hour. So I guess your cook time is going to depend on your oven. But I think 45 minutes is a good place to start. Now, while the potatoes are cooking, we're gonna get working on our beef and chicken. Like spraying the inside of this pan. I don't know if it's really necessary, but I've been using it for so long that the non-stick's starting to not be a thing anymore. And we're just cutting all the parts I don't want off the chicken. Weaving future into past, the uncertain become. 238. That was me trying to remember the weight. Fill it up to where it's just almost covered with water. I'm gonna put the chicken in for 17 minutes. These electronic pressure cookers are the key, I think. I use those to steam my vegetables for breakfast and dinner and to cook my chicken. Okay, this is my nutrition log that I've made in numbers on Mac. It's what I use to track all my calories and macros, what I'm eating. You're probably not going to be able to see it very well, but because I didn't zoom in far enough. But the reason I was showing it was because on one of the tabs I have a table that I enter the weight before I cook it and the weight after I cook it, and it gives me the percentage so I know how much cooked chicken to eat. And that's the amount of raw chicken I need per meal. And then it looks like I probably recorded this in the future of the video you just saw, because I already entered in the weight for the chicken, 2387, and I already did the beef too. And then I'll enter in the weight after I cook it, and then like I said, it'll give me a percentage that I can use to tell me how much cooked chicken to eat per meal. And I think I'm just trying to show off here. Also in that table I've got it to where based on how much chicken and beef and potatoes I'm eating per day, it'll tell me how much I need to buy at the grocery store, so I have enough at the end of cooking it for the whole week. And now we're back in the kitchen. Potatoes and chicken are cooking, so now we're gonna get the beef going. Trying to make this whole process as efficient as possible because I don't want to spend too much time cooking all this food up. I don't know how long this whole process takes in real time. I cook the potatoes once for 45 minutes and then again for a half hour, so I'm guessing around 2 hours total from start to finish. Oh, I don't know what that was. Yeah, once you start cooking this beef, it's like you're pretty much stuck there until it's done. You just want to keep moving it around, I've found, because otherwise you get distracted and wind up burning it, overcooking it. And I'll either buy 90% lean ground beef or ground sirloin. Usually go with ground beef because it's cheaper. This here is the method I've devised to dealing with the oil or all the grease afterwards. I'm just straining it into that Tupperware, and then I'll soak it up with napkins later and throw it away. I guess if you had use for it, you could use it, put it in a jar or something. Trying to soak up as much grease as I can. That beef over to the side and let it cool off before I weigh it. So if you weigh it too soon, it's not going to give you an accurate amount because it's going to still lose a bunch to steam coming off of it. Looks like the potatoes are done, so we're going to take those out and get them ready for the second part of the cook. Gonna set it to 350. This is very important. Do not forget to spray this aluminum foil because the skin of the potatoes will stick to it and you'll have a hell of a time getting the potatoes off this foil. And then you want to just slice them up. The thicker the potato, the thinner I make the slices. So when I start at the edges, I cut them a little thicker, but as I get towards the center of the potato where it's thicker, I'll make the slices a little thinner. Or at least I'll try to. And after you slice them up, just sit them on the foil. And I stopped here because my chicken just got done. I guess I just wanted to show, I'll just slide it under my range and let the steam out of it while I go back to working on the potatoes. And in that time frame, yes, I did cut up all those potatoes. And I'm going to take some ground cinnamon, sprinkle over the top. I accidentally put too much cinnamon on these. You'll see it later when I take them back out of the oven because it won't all be cooked or whatever. And you just want to cover each one with aluminum foil. It doesn't have to be like a vacuum tight seal or anything, but just enough to cover it. I'll go around and like crimp the edges. It doesn't have to be perfect. And be careful if your pans are still hot. I recommend using aluminum pans instead of like non-stick pans, so they cool off a lot faster and they heat up a lot more evenly. And something else I'll do is alternate what rack they were on. So that first one, it was on the bottom rack when I first cooked it, so I put it on the top. this time. I don't know if that makes a difference really or not. And then I'll cook these for about, I think, 27 minutes. On my old oven, I used to do 30. And my chicken's done, so now we got 27 minutes to take care of that and clean everything up before we gotta take potatoes back out. Oh, potatoes are done. And see, watch when I lift this up, you'll see the cinnamon's not cooked all the way through on this one. I put too much on, but it's not a big deal. You can see little like chunks of it there. And I'll just let these cool off. And I guess time passed and I did let them cool off. You don't want to let them get too cold before you take the skin off. If you do it when they're still warm, the skin will just peel right off. And here I'm weighing my ground beef. And then I'm 936, then I'm gonna show, I go into my software and type that in, and then it'll pop up a percentage, and then if you follow my cursor, I'll go up and that shows me how much beef I need in each container every day for the week. And I think I'm showing it compared to the raw weight that I calculate the nutrition of. And I got all my containers out, then I'll just put the beef and potatoes in each one. Going for 83 beef and 200 potatoes. $84, close enough. And see right here, the skin just comes right off. They're not so hot that they're burning my hands, but they're still warm. And also with this meal, this is the meal I eat on my lunch break at work. I'll take, in the morning while I'm eating breakfast, I'll heat up a bag of frozen broccoli and cauliflower, and I'll put half of it in another container. that I'll take to work, and I'll save the other half for the next day. So I'm not just eating beef and potatoes, I'm also eating broccoli and cauliflower. You see it all there on the left. And now all that's left to do is weigh the chicken out, and we're done. So the first thing I'll do is weigh it all at the same time so I can put it into my spreadsheet. $15.47. So I'll type that in. Then up at the top right, it not only it'll show me how much I need to eat per meal there, but it also shows me how much I need to put in each container, because I'll put 4 days worth in the fridge, and then I'll put 3 days worth in the freezer. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays in the fridge, and then Friday, Saturday, Sundays in the freezer. And I'll take that out probably Wednesday, stick it in the fridge so it's all thawed out by the time I need it on Friday. I think I needed 803, so that one's good. And then the second one, I think I needed like 60 something. Perfect. I think I'm taking a little extra out of the other one and putting it into this one to even it out. This is me in my head calculating how much I need to even out the extra amount. 63. So it needs to be plus 63, so 603, 666 is what this needs to say.
Damn, I'm good! Can you feel that? Huh? Can you feel it?
And that's it. Put that in the freezer, put the small one in the freezer, put the big one in the fridge, and then we're done. And just gotta clean up, do dishes, and that's it. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and good luck.